Welcome and thank you for joining us on This Week in the Valley. Our program features people and events that are making a difference where we live right here in North Missouri. I'm Martina Miller, and joining me this week is Darren Elizares, and we appreciate him filling in this week.
Thanks, happy to be here. We have an exciting show for you, and joining us this week are Jean Arnett and Laverne Lampe with an upcoming event called Converge, Randy Nolke and Bob Lockhart with the Indian Grove Rodeo activities, Rachel Grimm and Karen Hayden with Little Dixie Regional Libraries, Jane Hunter and the Samaritan Hospital Healing Garden dedication, and I have information for you on what's new in the Valley.
Summer is fast approaching. For many, that means undertaking the annual ritual of getting their boats ready for the boating season. This week is National Safe Boating Week, and we want to remind everyone to practice safety when boating.
In addition to wearing a life jacket, the Highway Patrol urges boaters not to drink alcohol while boating, to know Missouri's boating laws before getting onto the water, and making sure your boat is as prepared as you are before hitting the water.
They suggest you check the weather prior to going out and make sure you have a cell phone as a means of communication in case of an emergency. Sheraton Valley would be happy to help you out with that.
It's a good idea to have a float plan, which includes informing someone on shore about planned departures and return times.
We've talked about calling Missouri State Highway Patrol using Star 55 to report issues on the highway, but boaters are reminded to contact Star 55 if they need assistance or observe another boater operating a vessel in an unsafe manner on the water.
As the weather warms up and thoughts turn to summer recreation, we encourage boaters to think safety first, not just this week, but throughout the summer.
Summer vacation is here for many students in the area, or will be very soon. So now what? All too often we hear the youth of the area saying there is nothing to do around here.
It's time to bring on our first guests, Jean Arnett and Laverne Lampe, to tell us about an exciting event taking place May 31st in Moberly.
I'm pleased to have Jean Arnett and Laverne Lampe joining me here today from First Assembly of God Church in Moberly. Welcome.
Well,
and thank you for being here.
Thank you.
You have an event coming up May 31st. It's called Converge.
Yes.
And it sounds like a really exciting opportunity for everyone in this area. So, Jean, we'll start with you. Tell us a little about Converge and what it's all about.
Well, it's an event where we reach out to the community, the youth, the young people. I say that lightly because we do reach out to everybody, and we want everybody to come and enjoy it. But basically, we're geared toward the youth.
Mm-hmm.
So, but we want to give the youth something where they can come in and kind of take their shoes off and relax. And you know, they're under a lot of peer pressure. You know, bullying. We face a lot of that in school and stuff. Here, they can come in and not have to worry about that.
Mm-hmm.
They can enjoy it, sit down, listen to the music, and worship the Lord.
Wonderful. So it's a praise and worship event. You have a couple different bands that will be leading music, and so tell us about these different worship bands.
Well, the one we got coming in from New London, and that's Consume Ministries down there, led by Faith O'Connor, Pastor Corey Allen, a fantastic young lady, and man, she really has a heart for the Lord. I mean, her ministry is really young people.
Wonderful.
And she is fantastic. And then the other one we have is First Assembly out of Moberly, led by Eddie Warren, and another just fantastic worship leader. Has a real heart for the Lord. And they don't really come to sing music. They don't want to lead the young people in a hymn or a song or something like that. They come to lead you in real worship. They want you to join in with them and worship the Lord with them. So, and that makes it a fantastic evening. It really does.
Wonderful. And so this is for all faiths, all
Yes.
different. It's not just a First Assembly of God event. It's for anyone that is interested in participating. Laverne, can you tell us the dates and time, or the date and times of the event?
The date is going to be May 31st. The doors will open at 5:30 and the service will start at 6:30.
Is there a cost for the event?
No, it's a free event.
Wonderful. And for more information, how can they get in touch with you guys for more information?
We do have a website, converge.com. You can find all the information on there. You can also get a preview of what the worship teams sound like. Also, you can call the number at our church, 660-263-4361. Give them a call. They can give you all the information.
Okay, great. Location, where are you guys located?
We're just down from the hospital in Moberly, right down 63 South, and we're on 120 West Outer Road. So you can see it from 63. As soon as you come by Walmart, go underneath the intersection, hang a left on West Outer Road, and you'll run right by it.
Okay, great. Tell us about your regular service times at First Assembly.
First Assembly, we have actually two services. One of them is we like to call it the older traditional style music, and it starts at 9 o'clock. 10:15, that's over. And about 10:45, we start what we like to call the contemporary service. Now, that's where it's more the contemporary music, you know, it's a little upbeat and stuff. So,
Wonderful.
and usually we're out of there about 12 or a little after.
Okay, wonderful. Well, thank you both so much for being here today, and best of luck with your event. Again, it is May 31st, Converge. It's a praise and worship event at First Assembly of God in Moberly. Check out converge.com for more information. So thank you again.
Yes, thank you for having us. We enjoyed it.
Thanks, Gene and Laverne. Sounds like an exciting event for our area.
Arrowhead Saddle Club of Indian Grove has many upcoming events planned for the youth and children of all ages. Our next guest, Bob Lockard, and president of the club, Randy Nolke, join Jim Walker in the studio with all the details.
Our guests today are no strangers to the horse owners community in Central Missouri, and are certainly well known to CBTV viewers as well. Joining me today are Randy Nolke. Randy is president of the Indian Grove Saddle Club. And also with us is Bob Lockard. Bob is affiliated with Missouri Pony Pullers Association. Fellas, welcome you to the show.
Thank you. We appreciate y'all taking time to have us come up and kind of share with what's going on throughout the year. And we've been very supportive of y'all. Y'all have done us a tremendous job, and I want to thank you right off the start. So.
Well, we appreciate that, Randy. Randy, the rodeo season is getting ready to go in full swing, and Indian Grove is a big part of that. Tell us what you got in store.
Well, we've got a lot in store, and like the rodeo's coming up. It's always our big event. But we got other events coming up also throughout the year. And at Arrowhead, you're always welcome. I mean, it's open for everybody to come, and we're glad to have you, and especially if you got kids, because we're kind of oriented toward kids, and that's what it's all about in our world.
Well, let's talk about the rodeo. When's it going to be?
The rodeo is the 10th and 11th, or 11th and 12th. It's Friday and Saturday in the first weekend in July. We start with the mutton busting at 7 both nights, and then the main performance is at 8 o'clock on both nights. So,
Randy, I know from past experience you bring in a big crowd to that rodeo.
absolutely, we've about outgrown our facilities, and our main thing is if you come to our rodeo, we want you to have fun. And I'm gonna throw something in right off the start this year. If you haven't been to the Indian Grove Rodeo, and if you come down there and you haven't had a good time, come and get your money back, because we'll give you your money back. I think you'll enjoy it, and I hope you enjoy it. That's our main objective, is to have a performance that everybody enjoys. It's a family-oriented deal, and everybody, like I said, we'd appreciate having you. And a big, a percentage of this rodeo proceeds goes to St. Jude's Children's Hospital. Like I said before, we're very oriented toward kids, and so that's what it's all about. So,
Randy, we were talking before we went on the air. How much money, approximately how much money have you donated to the Shriners
well,
over the years?
the Shriners have just sent us a deal last fall after we made our contribution, and they said we sent them, in the last 7 years, we've sent them $28,000. And we like to do more. And with y'all's help, with spectators and all that, we can do more. And we got several events that all the proceeds, and just like this pony pull that we're going to talk about later, it's totally 100% of the profit from the pony pull goes toward this. So, we're looking at $4,000 a year. We'd like to send them $7,000 or $8,000 a year if we could possibly do it. But it takes, our trouble is some of our members are getting some age on them, and we get a little, as far as help. It takes a lot of work to put on some of these events, and but we're gonna get it done.
You mentioned pony pulls. Bob, tell us what you've got in store this year for a pony pull.
Well, this is the first year they've had one over there, and like I say, the pullers are like the Saddle Club. They're orientated toward the kids, you know. We're kids. They tease us to be a bunch of old men that plays with our ponies, but we've got guys that's actually been pulling for 50 years. And when I called them and asked them about this and the benefit doing this for the Shriners, and absolutely, you know, I've got guys coming from Kansas, from Oklahoma, right on the Arkansas line, and those guys turn out. You know, if they win first place, they don't make enough money to drive home, but they really get behind something like this.
What day is the pony pull?
7th of June.
What time?
We're gonna weigh at 10 that morning and pull, I think, about 1. Isn't that right, Randy?
Yes, that's what we got scheduled.
The horses will be on display if you want to let the kids come after 10 o'clock in the morning when we weigh them. They've got a real nice shaded area over there. The ponies will be on display if people want to walk around and look through them. And the facilities they've got over there for out in the country is great. They've got shower houses and the meal shack, and it's just really nice for being out in the country.
Randy, in addition to traditional rodeo events such as the bull riding, the bucking horses, and roping, you also have a wild cow race. Tell us about that.
The wild cow race is very interesting, and it's all local people. And what they do is they put a saddle on a cow and they ride it down and cross this line, and the fastest team that does that. And it gets wild. I mean, it really gets wild. And it's probably a drawing card, as big a drawing card as any part of the rodeo, because you got local people competing in this, and everybody knows these young boys. It's macho. I'm gonna ride this cow, and this ain't gonna be no big deal. Well, they find out that it is sometime a deal. I mean, so it's a very big deal, and it'll go on this year. I mean, it'll be interesting.
You mentioned those are local cowboys. You also have some professional cowboys coming in.
Oh yes. The stock contractor is TNT out of Shelbina, Missouri, and they are some super nice people, and they just do a tremendous job. But they get these other cowboys that compete in their rodeo. They see this and they also compete, but they kind of got the upper hand on some of the local boys that do it once a year, because they deal with it, and they know how to handle the stuff, and they, they might make it look easier than the others, but it's still the crowd really gets into it, and really it's a big deal.
Well, it's makes for a long evening. Do you have refreshments available on the grounds?
Absolutely, we've got a cook shack out of this world that. The best hamburger you ever ate, and it'd be reasonable, and all you can drink, and like I said, it is family oriented, but we do have a beer garden, but we regulate it very, very close. The sheriff department will be there. We tolerate no fights or no nothing. If there's any ruckus of any kind, they're gone. I mean, it's a family. We were geared toward family, and we want to bring your family down and have a good time with us.
Tell us a bit about the mutton busting.
The mutton busting is real interesting. You draw with 7 and under, and we take 20 teams, and we usually have more than that. But this is something. Grandma and Grandpa comes. It starts at 7 o'clock. We get it before the main performance, and Grandma and Grandpa comes to watch the grandkids do this event, and it's just. There's a lot of variety. Then we have a balloon scramble for the next bunch of kids, and then a calf scramble, where you get a prize if you get the tape off the calf. So there's a lot of events going on. It's not just a rodeo. It's just not an ordinary rodeo. I mean, there's a lot of events other than just the main performance that goes on.
Bob, and let's talk a bit more about the pony pull. What are the basic rules of a pony pull?
Well, we pull 6 feet, They've got 3 hitches to pull that 6 feet. We usually put a rope down each side. If a horse steps over the line, they're disqualified for that pull. It's 6 feet doesn't seem like that much, but when you're pulling 500 to 600% of the team's weight, that's a long ways. A lot of our events depend on the ground conditioning, 400, 450, but I have seen the pulls go to 700%, and that's 7 times what the team weighs.
Pound for pound, I've heard it said that the ponies are stronger than the big draft horses.
They will, pound for pound, a pony will pull more than a big horse. I've seen it happen a lot of times. Now the ponies are harder to harness to get everything to fit to where they can do the best job that they can. Their ponies are harder to harness than a big horse. The little collars, my collars are 14-inch collars, and a lot of the draft horses are wearing 28 to 32-inch collars, and the draft on them, everything just has to be precise to make everything work good. We just built Randy a set of harness here, and I believe it took longer than it would a big set. But it's well, like I say, it's a lot of fun. Like I say, if you won first place, you wouldn't make enough money to buy gas to go home. You gotta love to do it, and we feel like, you know, locally there's been a lot of several, I won't say a lot, but several young people that have been helped out by the Shriners and the hospitals and things over in our area. And I just these guys, when I call them and tell them we got something like this, there's no questions asked. They just turn out. I mean, they come to have a good time, but they back about anything when it comes to children's or anything. But when it comes to helping out somebody, they're good about it.
Randy, when the last event of the rodeo is over, the night's still young. Have any events planned after that?
Oh yes, we have a big dance, and it goes on for several hours after the rodeo's over. But our main objective is down there is come and have a good time. I mean, we offer your events for everybody, but there's a lot going on that weekend, and it's Friday night and Saturday night, and Saturday night's the big night. I mean, that's when the dance is, but you know, if you can't make it on Saturday night, well, we have a performance on Friday night too, also. So it's worth your while. I mean, it's off in the country, a lot of shade, and it's quiet, and you know, just come down and just relax and spend a couple of evenings with us. And there's no law against if you come Friday night, you can't come back Saturday night. We'd be glad to have you, and we'll have plenty for you to eat.
Well, I want to thank both you gentlemen for taking time out to come over and make our viewers aware of what's going on. And to our viewers, we certainly encourage you to come out to both these events, the pony pull and both nights of the rodeo. It's a great family event, a lot of fun. You get to see things that you don't normally see, and it goes for a good cause. We hope to see you there.
Thanks, Bob and Randy. Sounds like fun, and it's all for a good cause. St. Jude's is the only pediatric cancer research center where families never pay for treatment not covered by insurance. Thanks in part to you and the events hosted by the Arrowhead Saddle Club.
Area libraries are gearing up for an active summer. Exciting programs are planned to keep kids and adults reading over the summer months. Rachel Grimm and Karen Hayden with Little Dixie Regional Libraries join us next with more. I'm happy to have Rachel Grimm and Karen Hayden joining me today from Little Dixie Regional Library to fill us in about your summer reading program. It's hard to believe that it's summer.
It's here. It's
and we're
coming.
still wearing coats. But nonetheless, you have some great programs lined up for this summer. So, Karen, I guess we'll kick off with you.
Sure.
Tell us a little about Little Dixie Libraries. You have several locations besides your Moberly
We do.
location, so give us an overview.
Little Dixie Regional Library serves Randolph and Monroe counties. So anybody that lives in any one of those counties are welcome to use any of our libraries at Moberly, Huntsville, Madison, and Paris. Moberly is open the most hours. We open most every day at 9 o'clock, and 3 days a week we're open until 8 o'clock. So we try to find some hours where anybody can get into the library. Now our branches are open mostly every day at 12 o'clock until 5, except on our Wednesdays when we're open at 9:30. So we try to fit a few more hours in there for the branches
Great.
too.
And you have a website with all of this information.
We do,
Can
and our
you share your
website is www.ldrl.org. So
Great.
try to make it simple.
Yes. Well, and with several different locations, it's hard
It
to keep everything simple. So just go to the website for more information. As far as your summer reading programs, when do they kick off?
They begin the first week of June. With that first, I think the first one's on the 3rd of June, and from there on we go all the way through July. So
tell us about the kids programs that you have planned.
for the kids programs, we have programs for preschoolers, school age. They begin at as soon as your 2 and 3 year olds could come, and as well as story times that we have every week at every one of the branches. We also encourage them to come and read books for prizes. We have different prizes for different age groups, and it's really fun. This year our theme is called Fizz Boom Read. So we're kind of on the science side of things this year. So we're looking at all
Great.
kinds of things science.
Right, wonderful. You'll have teen and adult programs as well. So Rachel, tell us about that.
We're really excited for the teen program this year. Our theme is Spark a Reaction. So we're going to be sparking all kinds of reactions this summer. We're going to invite Eric Aldrich from KUMU. He's the severe weather guy. And he's going to come and talk about severe weather to our teens. We're also going to make goo and flubber and gack, which are 3 separate things, even though teenagers told me yesterday it's the same thing. No, wildly different. So we're going to make those. That'll be fun. We're going to do egg experiments in July. That's going to be fun. And I've told the kids that we're going to try to walk on eggs. It's possible. I am not brave enough to try it, but the kiddos are really excited, so they're going to come.
Interesting.
So we're going to do all kinds of science stuff this summer. We're even having a guy come to talk to the kids about whether Bigfoot's real in Missouri. So he believes it. So we're going to see if I can be convinced. And, you know, even if the kids can't come to a program, we're going to have a reading program to where they can read different books and win prizes. We have lots of stuff to give away this year. The Friends of the Moberly Library have paid for an MP3 player. So the kids are going to be entered in a chance to win 3 MP3 players at the end of the summer. And then if they read 6 books over the course of the summer, within an 8-week period, they read 6 books, they're going to actually get a chance to come to a lock-in. So we
Wonderful.
have pizza and we watch movies and we play
At the
games and at the
library.
library. Yeah, I mean it's closed, but man, they really like it when it's closed and they're loud.
That would be
It's
fun.
Yeah.
Do you have to supervise?
Oh yeah, yeah. There's lots of adults there because whew.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
oh wow, that would be fun for them. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know about you. You'll have
I'm really
to-
tired afterwards.
I bet you are keeping them entertained.
Absolutely.
That's wonderful.
Mhm.
And then your adult program.
Absolutely. Our adult program is called Literary Elements, and we actually have a T-shirt.
I was going to say,
yeah,
I've
we
got
have
the
a T-shirt.
T-shirts that promote the activities.
Yeah, and so
Oh,
you can see it's
cool.
kind of a periodic table, and it has different authors on it. It's pretty cute. So anyway, our Literary Elements program, we're going to have lots of different stuff going on for adults. First off, adults can sign up for the program and win a cool bag. As soon as you sign up, you get a bag. So you can carry this all summer long and promote that you read. And then every book that you read, if you want to fill out a review form, you get a chance to win a Kindle. And so we're going to have weekly drawings, and we're going to give away Kindles at all of our branches, as well as, even if you don't win a Kindle, we're going to have other prizes like this really nice Literary Elements bag.
Awesome.
I feel like Vanna White. So we have lots of stuff going on. So if you read, and you can win stuff. But even if you if you participate in that or not, we're actually going to have several adult programs that people can attend. So we're going to have, I know on June 3rd at 6 p.m., we're going to welcome Scraps Publishing of Macon, and they're going to come to the Moberly Library, and we're going to have a program called So You Want to Publish a Book. And so she's going to cover, like, you know, how you write it, and, you know, who your audience should be, how to make the book, you know, costs, and it's just going to be kind of a really easy question and answer
Interesting.
session. Yeah, absolutely. So I'm excited about that. And then afterwards, in July and August, she's going to have some writing workshops. So, you know, I mean, if you're interested in writing
Great.
or being an author,
Great,
Perfect.
wonderful. You know, when the kids start saying, I'm bored this summer, these are the perfect opportunities to take them to. It'll be fun with the teen programs, the kids programs, and then if you need to get out of the house, it sounds like
Absolutely, yeah.
there's an outlet for adults as well. So again, give us all the contact information for the libraries then. What is the main number?
The main number for the Moberly Library is 660-263-4426.
And do you have a Facebook page?
We do. Rachel.
Yeah, if you get on Facebook.com, just look for Little Dixie Regional Libraries.
Great.
All together, and you can find us. We have lots of
Wonderful.
fans, and we put stuff on there every day. So
Well,
come see
it's a
us.
great way to keep in touch with your with the public and to share your events. So make sure you jump on Little Dixie Regional Library on Facebook and join in on the summer reading program. So thank you again so much, and best of luck
Sorry,
with your
would
events.
you like to see the shirts for the other?
Oh yes,
They're pretty cute.
You
This
guys have
is
some great stuff.
this
Biz
is
Boom
our
Read.
Biz Boom Read, and teens like dark colors, so we have Sparker Reaction
Very
for the
cool.
teens.
Very
So,
cool.
It's-
So T-shirts and bags and
Lots of stuff.
all kinds
It's
of
gonna be
stuff.
fun.
It's all happening at Little Dixie Regional Library this summer. So
Come see us.
yes,
yes,
thank you again.
Something for
Thank you.
everybody.